This is the Nasdaq, pretty much the stock market. These are my thoughts, okay? There's like 3 different things. The first one is this. Let me change this color to blue. So you see this blue line? For a very long time, ever since we got up here and we hit this resistance level, each time we've rejected, we just find ourselves boom, boom at the blue, all the way up, boom at the blue, and then coming down, boom at the blue, and we crash under. This was a support for a long time. Now it is resistance. This week actually came up here. At one time this week looked good. It looked like it was good. And then it crashed. It dumped under. So same thing right now. This is probably doing pretty much that retest, that actual official retest. Because sometimes a wick isn't enough. You need an actual candle of the opposite color. So basically, a green candle. And then you dump down. Because if you take out the wicks, it doesn't look like any retest actually happened. And usually retests aren't just wicks, they are actually candles. So what I'm trying to say is that I think that this candle is possibly just trying to get a retest. Also, if you take that off and you just put in oh, that works too actually. But basically if you put in on the week, you put in the 21 and the 50-week moving average. These ones are ones that the stock market likes to respect. It will bounce off the yellow until it loses the yellow, and then it's basically the green, right? So once it loses the yellow, it tries to retest it just like it did here with this candle. It tried to retest it, nope, rejected, and then boom, down. So same thing here. It closed under, and then it tries to come up and retest it, and then boom, down. Same up here and down. Each time, even though it closed above the me personally, I'm under the opinion that you should wait for the second candle to confirm. Second candle, close under, and then it went lower. So in my opinion, all that's happening right about now. Oh, even right here, it actually did that. See right here, see this week? Came down, closed above under the green, and then it just came up to retest. Even right here, this was all the way up here at one point, but it closed under. But once it closed above, and then we had another closure above, okay, clearly a lot of people entered because it opened so high up, and then boom, like that's it, we're back in business. So same thing happened right here. We lost the yellow, the 21-week MA. We tried to retest, closed under, dump. So now we dumped under the green, right? And now it just looks like we're retesting. That's really it, is that we're probably retesting this green, might retest this blue prior support here, and possibly even this yellow. If it closes green, or in my case white, for me, what I will do, not giving anyone advice, is that I'm just going to wait for the next candle first to confirm, because it could just be a bear candle. But the point is, that's all that's happening right now. There's no, so far, there's no, bull structure that's made. There's no trend shift upwards. So there's also this that we have. These things I don't use as much. I don't, put this as, oh, this is my, I fully trust this. But, if you do, an arc, because really there's no, actually there is, if you go from this high, which is, our high, you have somewhat of this is kind of like the downtrend, right? So you could say that, once we break this downtrend, then we go. But honestly, that's kind of all in the same area as this blue support and, in between the yellow and the green, the halfway mark of it. So it could honestly do that. The idea is that it's probably just going to retest all of those previous supports that are now resistance. If it breaks above it, bounces, cool. If it rejects, blah, you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. I really want to know what everybody else thinks, but at the end of the day, the economy's kind of cooked right now. We're not doing too well, and we don't have to come all the way down here. We could just come down to the 50% mark, meaning that the resistance and support, we just come down to, somewhere in the middle, 21-ish K. But it depends on how it reacts there. But we'll see.